Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today we're going to talk about the weird story of the 1972 Kennedy half dollar, in particular or in specific the 1972 D half dollar, which we have right here. So let's look at the half dollar and see what we should look for, what we hope to find or not find, and what the value will be. But I can tell you right up front, if you've got one of these and it has what we are looking for on it or not looking for on it, it's going to be worth between $400 and $5,000. So you should get out your Kennedy halves, specifically the Denver Mint halves, and look through them. All right, the 1972 Kennedy D, they made 142 million of these. MS60, which this isn't, it's worth about $1. MS65, it's worth about $14.50. They also made the San Francisco Mint in 1972, the S Mint. And so notice here, right here is where the mint mark is if you're looking. Right there. It's a little tiny mint mark, same size as the one on a dime and a quarter. So this is a Denver mint mark. They also have one with an S there. And they have one with no mint mark at all, and that would be the Philadelphia, where they made 153.18 million. I'll show you one of the Philadelphias later. It just has a blank there. So this is the coin. It goes up, Liberty goes up around the top of Kennedy's head, and I've always been struck by the fact that Gilroy Roberts, the engraver of this coin, and you can tell it was a Gilroy Roberts engraving because he has a G and an R entwined down there right above the we. See the G and the R on the truncation of the neck? So it says, "In God we trust." Around the top it says Liberty. And Gilroy Roberts put the B touches the hair. The E is in the hair. You can't even tell it's an E. It could be an F. The R is in the hair a little bit. The T and the Y are free, as are the L and the I. And I'm going, why would Gilroy Roberts make it so you couldn't read all the letters? And it turns out that he was kind of using as a model an old United States coin. And that's this one right here. And there may be even older ones than this that do it. This is the Mercury dime from 1942. Of course, the Mercury dime has been around for a long time. This is one of the silver dimes. They stopped making this in 1945 after Franklin Delano Roosevelt's death, and they started making the Roosevelt dimes. So look at this. Look at this Liberty. Isn't it suspiciously similar? The B doesn't touch Mercury's Phrygian cap. The E is in, just like that. The R is in, a little bit different. So we can see the R still, it is in pretty similar than the T and the Y. So that's where Gilroy Roberts got this kind of touch in the hair or in front of the Liberty kind of model from. The coin that actually came out before the Roosevelt dime. And of course, Roosevelt dime came out because Roosevelt died. The Kennedy dime came out the year after Kennedy died. But by 1972, they'd gone all away from the silver. So this is a copper nickel clad copper here. The 90% silver dime came out in 1964, the year after Kennedy's death. 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and 70 had a 40% silver. And then 71 was the first non-silver Kennedy half, and 72 was the second year. Now, let's get to the back of this half and let's see what we're looking for. United States of America at the top, half dollar at the bottom. You see that the eagle is holding the ribbon. It says E pluribus unum. You see there's 9 stars above the ribbon, 4 stars down here for our 13. There's 50 around the outside. These here are dots. It says United States of America dot on each side, and then half dollar here. And way, way down in here, not on the olive branch side, but on the arrow side of the eagle's talons, there was a little FG in there. That's for Frank Gasparo, who was the engraver of this coin. And that's what's missing on some of these Kennedy halves, the F and the G for Frank Gasparo. And that's where your money will come in. So let's look through a couple of them we have here. So so first thing you look for the D. If it doesn't have if it has an S or no letter, that won't work. And then we see right there, there's an FG. That's no good for us. D. No, it's got the FG. D. We got a lot of D's here. It's got the FG. This is a Philly one, so that's what Philly looks like with no mint mark at all. And of course, it's going to have the FG because that's not part of the deal. There's another D. It's got the FG. Philly. We just got a couple more. Let's look through them. This one's in. This one we saved out for some reason. It's got an FG. Philly. And last but not least, it's got, so if it has the FG, it's going to be worth about $1. Unless it's in really good shape, like this one right here. If this was in really good shape and it looked this good on the front and the back, so maybe an MS65 looking kind of coin, this would be worth about $14 or $15. So do look for them and do try to get an MS65, but if it's a D, always look to the back and look for the initials. There's probably less than 100 known of these no FG initials on the back. So if you go to the PCGS website. All right, well, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. Leave any comments you have in the comments section.